வலியுறுத்தி இந்த நிகழ்வினை சிறப்பித்துக் கொண்டிருக்கின்ற அகில இந்திய ஊழியர் சங்கத்தினுடைய செயலாளரும் அதே போன்று உலக தொழிலாளர் சம்மேளனத்தினுடைய நிதி பிரிவு தலைவருமாகிய குஜராத்திலம் அவர்களுக்கு நன்றிகளை தெரிவித்துக் கொண்டோம். அடுத்ததாக அகில இந்திய வங்கி ஊழியர் சங்கத்தினுடைய அத்தனை தோழர்களையும் மேடைக்கு வருகிறது கொள்ளுமாறு கேட்டுக்கொண்டுள்ளோம். அவர்களுக்கான கௌரவிப்பு இந்த அரங்கத்திலே இப்பொழுது இடம்பெற்றுக் கொண்டிருக்கின்றது. அகில இந்திய வங்கி ஊழியர் சங்கத்துக்கான கௌரவத்தினை இப்பொழுது இலங்கை வங்கி ஊழியர் சங்கத்தினுடைய தோழர்கள் அவர்களுக்கான கௌரவத்தினை இப்பொழுது வழங்கி வைத்துக் கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். அதன் நிகழ்வுதான் இந்த அரங்கத்திலே இப்பொழுது இடம்பெற்றுக் கொண்டிருக்கிறது.
Thank you, everyone. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce distinguished guests who have traveled from afar to join us today, representing trade unions from all around the globe. Their presence have underscores the international solidarity and the collaboration within our movement. Now, I would like to invite Comrade Rajendra Acharya, Regional Secretary, Uniglobal Unions Asia Pacific, to address you all.
அடுத்ததாக அடுத்த உரையினை உங்களுக்காக இங்கு வழங்கி வைப்பதற்காக யூனிக்ளோபல் யூனியனுடைய ஆசிய பசிபிக் பிரிவுக்கான பிராந்திய செயலாளர் ராஜேந்திர ஆச்சாரி அவர்களை தோழர் ராஜேந்திர ஆச்சாரி அவர்களை அன்போடு நாங்கள் மேடை கழித்து நிற்கின்றோம்.
Good morning, everyone. I think I put it correctly. Dear Comrade Channa Disha Nayaka, the President of CBEU, Comrade Ranjan Senanayaka, the General Secretary of CBEU, other officials, delegates and members of Ceylon Bank Employees Union, Comrade Venkatachalam, the AIBEA, and various other comrades representing AIBEA, Comrade Kumar from WFTU, Comrade Karuna from NUBE, Malaysia, Brother Param from Finance Industry Employees Union, Nepal, various other affiliates of UNI Global Union in Sri Lanka and their representative, the officials of various banks representing the management, various speakers, distinguished guests, and the invitees to this 14th National Delegate Conference of Ceylon Bank Employees Union, CBEU. On behalf of UNI Global Union, the 20 million members throughout the world, and its regional organization in Asia and Pacific, UNIAPRO, I extend our warmest greetings and the heartiest solidarity to all attendees to the conference of the Ceylon Bank Employees Union, CBEU. As the theme of your conference says, the beyond the challenge. That means we have so many challenges that we have to go through. But despite of this, we are together, we are united, and in these challenging times, the unity and the resilience demonstrated by Ceylon Bank Employees Union, CBEU, and its members truly inspiring. Your devoted commitment to defending workers' rights and ensuring fair labor practices provides hope and strength for workers not only in Sri Lanka, but to the entire region and the global. The banking sector or the banking industry is a crucial pillar of our economy, and your dedication to protecting the interest of bank employees ensures the stability and the integrity of the vital industry that is banking. We recognize and commend your efforts to negotiate fair wages, improve working conditions, and advocate for the rights of all workers and definitely for your members. UNIAPRO is the Asia Pacific Union for the Services Workers. We support your efforts in applying pressure on the government to reverse the enactment of unilateral labor law reform. We condemn this action. The labor law reform should be conducted through dialogue, through vigorous discussions and absolute agreement with the trade unions. The proposed amendment contradicts the fundamental labor standards to which Sri Lanka is a signatory. We also support the Ceylon Bank Employees Union's struggle to enter into a new collective agreement revising terms and conditions of employment. Considering the increased the pay-as-you-earn tax imposed by the government at the IMF recommendation to increase the fiscal revenues of the government. We advocate for the timely negotiation of collective agreement to counter austerity and the myth that stimulates economic activity with the trickle-down effect, which is basically a myth. I remember that when Japanese inflation hit in 21 years, you might have heard for the first time last year, the Japanese economy faced the inflation in 41 years. And quickly, the trade unions very swiftly negotiated better pay to address the impact of inflation, setting a precedent of current trade union leaders. You can imagine these leaders has never been there in last 24 years. They're mostly young leaders in Japan. So despite of that, they were very quickly moving on to that. Last year, we concluded our 6th World Congress and continued to execute an ambitious program to grow unions, expand collective bargaining, and advance workers' rights. This year in November, we will hold Asia Pacific Regional Conference in Bangkok. Around 600 people from all our member unions in Asia Pacific, representing workers in 10 dynamic services sectors, of the services economy will gather and debate on the main theme of the conference, that is rising together to transform. We need to transform. We cannot go like this. Together with the banking, insurance and the finances, we will have our unions from the ICTS and tech industry, including the fintech, which has been a real problem for the banking and financial sector. We will have postal and logistic. We have retail and commerce, media and broadcasting, graphical, social care and private health, property services, gaming, platform workers, and the professionals and the managers. We will discuss and resolve our plan to organize for a just economy, secure workers' rights, ramp up workers' power, ensure decent work in the digital age, make corporations accountable, promote equality, and strengthen our democracy everywhere. As the theme of your conference says, beyond the challenge, we are at UniEPRO, we are also updating our strategies to confront these challenges. Before I conclude, I want to thank CBEU leadership for their commitment and to supporting, promoting and propagating UNI and UniEPRO activities in Sri Lanka. A special thanks to Comrade Channa for taking up the presidency of UNI Sri Lanka Liaison Council, where we have around 10 affiliates together to form this council, and Brother Channa is the president of this council. For participating in the South Asia regional and the sub-regional activities, enthusiastically attending UNI and UniEPRO meetings and the conferences, and contributing in the debates and the discussions. UNI and UniEPRO recognizes the contribution of Ceylon Bank Employees Union and their participation in various statutory budgets, such as they are in our World Executive Board, UniEPRO Finance Committee, and also in the Women Committees. The newly established South Asia Professional Women Network with Sister Sanika from Ceylon Bank Employees Union as a convener representing South Asia women in our UNI World Executive Board as well. I thank you all and solicit CBEU's continuous support to strengthen the UNI activities in Sri Lanka. Finally, may this National Congress be a platform of robust discussion, unity, innovative ideas, and the collective empowerment. Together, let us continue to forge a path towards a more just and equitable world for all workers in solidarity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Comrade Rajendra Acharya, and I would like to invite you to remain on the stage.
நன்றி. பிராந்திய செயலாளர் யூனி குளோபல் யூனியன் ஆசிய பசிபிக் பிரிவினுடைய பிராந்திய செயலாளர் தோழர் ராஜேந்திர ஆச்சாரிய அவர்களுக்கான கௌரவிப்பு இப்பொழுது இலங்கை வங்கி ஊழியர் சங்கத்தினரால் இப்பொழுது வழங்கி வைக்கப்படுகின்றது.
Thank you. Now I would like to invite Mr. C. Srikumar, Deputy General Secretary, World Federation. Thank you. Now I would like to invite Mr. C. Srikumar, Deputy General Secretary of World Federation Trade Union, National Secretary of All India Trade Union Congress, and General Secretary of All India Defence Employees Federation. Stage is yours.
அடுத்ததாக உலக தொழிலாளர் சம்மேளனத்தினுடைய பிரதி பொது முகாமையாளர் அதே போன்று அகில இந்திய தொழிலாளர் சங்க காங்கிரஸ் சார்பின் அதன் பொதுச் செயலாளர், அகில இந்திய ஊழிய பாதுகாப்பு அமைப்பினுடைய பொதுச் செயலாளர் ஆகிய பதவிகளை வகித்துக் கொண்டிருக்கின்ற தோழர் சி. ஸ்ரீகுமார் அவர்களை உரையாற்றுவதற்கு அன்போடு நாங்கள் மேடைக்கு அழைத்து நிற்கின்றோம்.
It's my proud privilege and honor to be in the midst of the galaxy of the leaders of Ceylon Bank Employees Union to give the message on behalf of the World Federation of Trade Unions, followed by the All India Trade Union Congress, the mother trade union of India. Respected comrades in the Presidium, leaders of the mighty Ceylon Bank Employees Union, Comrade C.H. Venkatachalam, General Secretary of the All India Bank Employees Association, and also the Chairman of the Finance Commission of WFTU, and the delegates who have come from different parts of Sri Lanka, and also the international fraternal delegates. I take this opportunity on behalf of the Mother Trade Union of India, AITUC, and also the World Federation of Trade Unions to congratulate all the delegates and participants and convey my revolutionary greetings to all of you for the success of the 14th National Delegate Conference of Ceylon Bank Employees Union. Dear comrades, your conference is taking place at a time when the entire working people of the world are under attack. The greed of monopolies and corporate houses for more and more profit increases. So does the attack against the right to organize collective bargaining and strike. The current global situation is facing the deepening of the capitalist crisis and the dynamic widening of social inequalities. The working people are the victims of high cost of living, and inflation is severely undermining the living standard of workers, farmers, and pensioners. As the trade unions are resisting and fighting against such attacks, the capitalists and their supportive governments are attacking the trade union freedoms and democratic rights of the workers. They take all types of repressive measures by using the police forces through trials and courts or through political and economical attacks. Majority of the policies of the governments all over the world are based on the dictates of International Monetary Fund and the World Bank through their neoliberal economic policies, and also in the name of free market, etc. The WFTU, which represents the working people of more than 130 countries, is very clear in its approach that we cannot separate the attack on trade union freedoms and workers' democratic rights from the attack on the standard of living, wages, pension, social security, and in general anything that constitutes a cost for the employers and states and inevitably limits the profit and super profit of monopolies. Contractual employment, outsourcing, fixed-term employment, etc. are just some forms of attacks of the harsh neoliberal economic policies. The WFTO has given the clarion call that only through our united struggle the workers can build a militant front capable of defending their rights and pave the way for a different course that leads to peace, social justice, and abolition of exploitation. Solidarity and internationalism are the weapons of the working class. In the 112th session of the ILO, the WFTU General Secretary, Comrade Pampis, was critical about the role of International Labour Organization, which Comrade CHV also mentioned here. Today's ILO, in the era of capitalist globalization and the dominance of harsh neoliberalism, certainly does not meet the demands and expectations of the working people. He has also pointed out that the labor relations are continuously deregulated, collective negotiations are shrinking, collective agreements are violated, stable and permanent employment is replaced with the flexible forms. The right to organize is a fundamental right, and the trade union movement cannot compromise to waive the right to strike under any circumstance. ILO Convention 87 is a historic triumph for workers and progressive movements after decades of struggle. Dear comrades, you are in the banking industry. Money in the banks belongs to the people, and it should not be for the looting of the corporate houses. However, the banking industry, being the major financial sector, which is subjected to all types of attacks, including privatization and writing off the loans taken by the corporates in the name of non-performing assets. I am not going into the details of the crisis what the banking industry is facing, because the expert in that field, our veteran comrade CHV, he has given a clear picture of what is happening in the bank industry all over the world. India is your neighboring country, and the working class of India, under the banner of the joint platform of central trade unions, is in a war path against the anti-working class policies being followed by the present NDA government. The hard-earned labor laws of the country are abolished and reduced into 4 labor codes, which is nothing but pro-corporate labor codes. The pension right of the government employees and the public sector employees is taken away, and a new contributory pension is introduced, against which the more than 6 crore both central government and state government employees and the public sector employees, including bank, are fighting. Privatization has become the order of the day. It may be railways, it may be defense production, even the most sensitive and crucial defense research and development sector is being slowly handed over to private sector. In the name of national monetization pipeline, national assets of the government and government departments and public sector enterprises are being sold to the corporates at throwaway price. No sector, whether it is telecom, energy, oil, heavy industry, coal, mines, steel, nothing is spared. Everything is under attack. All sector is under attack, and all workers of these sectors are in a war path. Even public health services and public distribution system are also under severe attack. Trade unions are relentlessly fighting against all these attacks. Dear comrades, the WFTU, the AITUC, and all the left and democratic trade unions of India are with you in all your struggle to save the banking industry of Sri Lanka, and also in your struggle for protecting the hard-earned rights and benefits which you have achieved over a period of time. I once again convey my warm greetings to all of you, and I am confident that your conference will discuss all these issues affecting the working class in general and the bankmen in particular, and take dynamic decisions and carry forward your historical struggles. The WFTU will continue to fight for a world without war and imperialistic interventions. The WFTU is already observing various International Action Day in support of the people of Cuba and also the people of Palestine. WFTU will not stop fighting, and we will carry forward the battle for achieving our goals, where the working class is liberated from all types of attacks and injustices. Long live WFTU, long live Ceylon Bank Employees Union. Now, comrades, I have got another responsibility to fulfill with the permission of the Presidium. Comrade Amarjit Kaur, General Secretary of the All India Trade Union Congress, the mother trade union of our country, India, has already booked the ticket to come over here. But because of some urgent political conventions, she being the one of the Secretary of the Communist Party of India, she has to remain in Delhi. So she has directed me to convey her greetings and message before you, which I am reading. Greeting message to the 14th National Delegation Conference of Ceylon Bank Employees Union from Comrade Amarjit Kaur, General Secretary, All India Trade Union Congress. Dear comrades and friends, the delegates to the 14th National Congress of the Ceylon Bank Employees Union, the fraternal delegates and other dignitaries present in the inaugural session, I send you the greetings from AITUC, the pioneer trade union organization of Indian trade unions, founded in 1920. I wanted to be present with all of you in this significant conference of the Ceylon Bank Employees Union, representing 18 banks with the presence of thousands of delegates from all over Sri Lanka, but could not make it due to pressing engagements in the post-election scenario in India. The trade union movement in our subcontinent developed and advanced while fighting for their rights, alongside in their immense contribution to the freedom struggle to liberate our countries from the colonial rule. The trade union movement was always part and parcel of the international movement and joined to the slogan, "Workers of the world unite." We made advances to win our rights to some extent in our countries, but the worldwide attack on the labor movement with the world capitalism in offensive to meet its own crisis in the present day scenario. The public sector enterprises, the public services are being privatized for corporate to loot and plunder of our resources. The service sector and manufacturing sector, along with the natural resources, are the targets. We have to resist and we have to fight back. We are witnessing the war and conflict situation all around in Europe, in Middle East, and attempts to create tensions in Asia. The eyes are on natural resources, markets and businesses, and the control on routes and means for trade union and business. The national freedom and sovereignty is endangered. The Palestinian people are being attacked, denying their human rights and right to an independent state. The Russia-Ukraine war continues with the US NATO backing Ukraine. The armament lobby wants these conflicts to continue and perpetuate for their super profits at the cost of livelihood and basic needs of the common people. The economic sanctions and the conspiracies to support the Cuban Revolution continues. We witnessed earlier efforts on Brazil and now in Bolivia to support people's verdict. The trade unions extend their solidarity to the people of Palestine. We recognize the trade union voice in Israel against the expansionist policies of its government. We stand with the people of Cuba to defend their sovereign rights against imperialist forces. We are with the suffering people due to continued war between Russia and Ukraine. The inequalities are rising tremendously at the world level, in the nations and within the nations, between top rich and vast majority at the bottom level. The life is becoming miserable for vast majority of the have-nots. The organized trade union movement are the basics for not only collective bargaining for the workforce they represent, but also are the voice of voiceless billions of working class in the informal economy, unorganized sector, outsourced, contract, casual and daily wage earners. The trade unions are always in the forefront to challenge the neoliberal economic models, and for that reason they are made the first targets by the governments. The changes in labor laws to curtail union rights are the agenda being pushed in many countries. The trade unions with working class approach, who always stands for liberty, fraternity, equality and justice, have the major responsibility in the society to challenge these forces in state power out of power. Our responsibility towards international solidarity to the working class of various countries under the umbrella of World Federation of Trade Unions have to continue vigorously. We have great regards for the work of Ceylon Bank Employees Union to be championing the cause of not only its members and the workforce in the banking sector, but also as a voice of the disadvantaged section of the working people in Sri Lanka. We have appreciations for your work in international solidarity with the workers of various countries. We wish all success to your conference and look forward for continued working together mutually as well as at Asia Pacific level and at international level. Long live the unity between the working class of our two countries. Long live the struggle and unity of the working class at the world level. Long live the fight for justice and equality to all. Thank you, comrades. Now I would request Comrade C.H. Venkatachalam, the Chairman of the Finance Commission of WFTU, to join with me to present the memento to the Ceylon Bank Employees Union on behalf of the Asia Pacific Regional Office of WFT.
සහෝදරුනි සහෝදරියනි තාම සහෝදරාත්මක ඉල්ලීමක් තියෙනවා කරුණා කරලා නිශ්ශබ්දතාවය ආරක්ෂා කරන්න. ශාලාව ඇතුලේ කතා කරන්න එපා.
Thank you, Comrade Sri Kumar.
நன்றி தோழர் சி ஸ்ரீகுமார் அவர்களுக்கு அவர்களுக்கான கௌரவிப்பு இப்பொழுது வழங்கப்படுகிறது. இலங்கை வங்கி ஊழியர் சங்கத்தினரால்